Big news, a device on Perseverance has made oxygen from the Martian atmosphere at the rate of a small tree. Wait, really? NASA's toaster-sized device can make oxygen on Mars? Holy shit, that's awesome. So we'll have the whole planet terraformed in what, 1 year, 2 years? That's super cool though, for real. How is it doing that? Okay, but how's it doing that? To test their ability to convert carbon dioxide to oxygen, NASA brought a small golden box that's Perseverance rover. Mission last. No! 6 grams of oxygen per hour. No. How are they doing it though? So wait, if they're producing oxygen, that means they're rearranging the molecular, right? Like they're actually scroll up, you dumb fuck. How do cells do it? It's just chemistry. Yeah, I know. I'm wondering how they do it. I don't know how much power it takes to do something like that. Also, the processes by which you do stuff biologically are not the same as the way that you would do it otherwise. Like, the way your body extracts energy from digested food is something that isn't done by machines, you know? Like, we have, like, a whole other battery system for power, you know? You can't just jolt a human body with electricity and give us energy. Fuck, I wish, though. Holy shit. Can you imagine if we could have that as an option? Oh my god. Just tase yourself, free energy? True. Do you ever feel like sometimes, like, I feel like there's some stuff that we're not going to be able to overcome with machinery, you know? The fucked up thing about machinery is, like, once the machine breaks, that's that, you know? You don't want a machine that produces oxygen like a tree. You want a tree, because trees self-repair. Like, once the tree's there, it's doing its own thing, you know? It's kind of self-sustaining, you know, as long as it's decently healthy. Do you think we could ever, like, artificially construct types of plants and animals that could live in, like, the Martian atmosphere? I wonder. I mean, there are already some, like, microscopic organisms that I'm pretty sure would survive there, but I wonder if we'd ever be able to make, like, a tree there. Can you imagine if we did terraforming that way? Think of how fucking cool that would be. Imagine forests on Mars of giant trees, unrestricted by the bounds of gravity because Mars has way lower gravity than Earth. Like, trees half a kilometer tall with, like, giant white, you know, veiny tendrils reaching up towards the sun. And it's like, oh yeah, that's like the Martian forest, you know? That's like the Olympian forest. And, you know, in 500 years, the planet Mars will have enough oxygen for, like, some people to be there. I don't know. Fuck, that'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be cool. Mars has no magnetosphere. Yeah, I know, I know. I don't think we're going to be able to transplant 1 million, billion, bajillion, trillion, quadrillion pounds of iron into its core, unfortunately. Is that not an ethical concern? Well, not for trees, I don't think. Plants are very dependent on gravity for their development. Current plants are. I'm sure we could work something out. Is your question just wetware versus hardware? Yes. Just nuke the core to reignite the core's radiological processes. Yeah, that's the secret to build a magnetosphere for Mars, okay? You don't need more iron. You just need hotter and faster iron, okay? Just drop, like, all of our nukes into the core and get it to start spinning in the interior, and kablamo. You've got a fucking magnetosphere. Congrats. Nuke solves everything. Yeah. You can't just shoot a hole into the surface of Mars. Yes, you fucking can. Do not let naysayers like Jazz Dog tell you that you can't shoot a hole in the surface of Mars, okay? Because yes, you fucking can. All right? Absolutely. Yeah, who the fuck is going to stop me, huh? We need a living planet that produces carbon dioxide for trees to work. Well, the argument, the point I'm trying to make is that you would develop a tree that works on a different, like, biological, it works differently. You know, that's the idea. I mean, obviously it's science fantasy, but, like, that's what I'm talking about. Starting to sound like silicon-based life. Yeah. It's all very complicated. Why not moss? Why not moss? I want the moss on Mars to be white with, like, red flecks. How cool would that be? That'd be so fucking cool, dude. Holy shit. Moss you could see from space. Absolutely. What the fuck do you mean, Pepe P? What? Moss is cool. It'd be not very efficient in terms of photosynthesis. You guys are so mean. Algae also works? Yeah. Is chat confusing moss with mold? Yeah, maybe. I looked it up. The box on Mars uses electricity to break the carbon bonds and free the oxygen recombined to oxygen gas. Yeah, I just wonder how much energy that takes. I guess not much if they're powering it with their little, solar panel. Why not a moon colony? Well, we are going to have a moon colony eventually. A moon okay. From what I understand, a moon colony, like a small one, is something that humans could reasonably achieve sometime soon. A Mars colony is not. All of the people like Elon Musk or whatever, who talk about a Mars colony are delusional, and they're doing it for attention. There's no shot whatsoever. Absolutely none. Completely delusional. Uh, like, the moon is 3 days away or something. Mars, depending on our orbit, is either 6 months or 2 years away. And we would only be able to pass by the planet and send additional expeditions or help or anything, like, once every 18 months or some shit like that. Like, it's, yeah, so fucked. Every 26 months. Jesus Christ. So, like, you send your expedition out, and then, like, 3 weeks in, you get a report back about, like, some broken piece of the equipment. And you're like, okay, well, in 25 months, we'll send a ship that'll take 6 months to get to you. You know? Yeah, Mars and the moon both have the same amount of not having a magnetosphere. A moon colony is ideal for a dry dock, a deep space spaceport, and a monitoring state. Well, that's what we would use a moon base for, right? You would use it for a to construct and to land and take off, like, larger ships. You could also have one of those space elevators, kind of, right? Like a big, like, industrial sized space elevator to slingshot stuff around the rotational force of the moon. Oh wait, the moon doesn't rotate. No, wait, yes it does. It's just tidally locked. Sorry, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I know. It doesn't rotate relative to us. Tidally locked. Still rotates. Yeah, but the moon is also going to slowly stop orbiting us, right? Because of the the space elevator? Not if you balance it with a second one that you use respectively for takeoff and let that. Even if you only used it one way, it would take like billions of years for it to fall out of orbit. So, you know, whatever. We're not going to be around that long. Mars launch windows for the next decade. It's not happening. It's not happening. We're not building a colony. We could send people one way to Mars. They're not coming back. With current technology, we can send a guy to Mars. He will not make it back to Earth. That's it. That's where we're going to be for a long time. Yeah. We're not building a fucking Mars base over there. Vaush, the moon slowly loses energy as it orbits. It goes a bit further away every second. It's in the span of centimeters a year or something. Well, that's okay. You know, that's fine. Centimeters a year, we can manage that. 3.78 centimeters a year. Would you, Vaush, go to Mars? No, you would die there. You would die there in Mars. You would be your grave. No. You can come back from the moon. Only a few humans have been to the moon. A Mars colony is possible with current tech, but it's not a good idea because money. Mars colony is possible with current tech if we lived in, like, The Sims, and you could open up, like, infinite money Sims builder on Mars and, like, construct everything with no price limitations. If we could just instantly materialize anything to build stuff there, we could make a Mars base. The problem is, like, the cost associated with getting all that stuff there, the logistical concerns, the knowledge that stuff is going to fail and break and we'll have no way to repair it. You know, you know what I mean? It's like, technically, if you could open up, like, the builder, you could build the Empire State Building on top of Mount Everest, you know? But logistically, it could never, ever, ever happen. Because the first time you try to get a crane up the side of Mount Everest, you know, you're going to quickly realize what a bad idea this whole project was.